Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Subterrain, Mines of Titan, which is sort of, I don't know if it's a sequel or just kind of another game in the Subterrain series, but it looks like instead of being a top-down shooter, this one's more of a turn-based survival RPG, which is actually really cool, and it seems like they've gone for more of like a pixel style from what I could see of the Steam store, I guess the previous Subterrain game was about a mutant zombie outbreak on Mars, and this one might be something completely different. You drift aimlessly through the dark expanse. You cannot feel nor hear. The movement that you appear to be seeing in the distance is indistinct and subtle. Every movement feels circular, leading back to the last. Your thoughts are disjointed, separated. As you attempt to recollect how you got here, you have an epiphany. You've had an epiphany about this exact thought in the past. You discover the concept of sound again, as an overpowering whirring enters your ears, a jolt, and then a pulse, and you begin to feel the beat in your core. The face you've forgotten everything about regains sensation, and something forcibly detaches from it. You begin to regain your vision. You somehow manage to utter a word. Where? The metal around you reverberates. The machine hisses and ejects vapor as the container opens. The air feels warm to your skin as it floods into your vessel. A woman looks on with concern. Hey, are you alive? Where? You're in Huygen Camp. Titan, of course. Hopefully that's not a surprise. This is our clinic, and you, my friend, have just been awoken from stasis. I know this is sudden. You've probably got questions of your own, but can you try moving? We need to do a neural diagnostic and get you connected for some biometrics. Can I move? You try to move, but your limbs feel unresponsive and weak. You try again in earnest. You probably shouldn't have. You hardly twitch your arm. The pain washes over you. Not really, it hurt. The pain sweeps in. The tide, ever rising, overwhelming your sense of self. You catch a glimpse of the woman, mouth agape, as she backs away and frantically panics, her eyes darting around the room. The sound of her footsteps sound like they're echoing into a distance you cannot see. Isco, get over here. The beat of someone's footsteps briefly overlaps with the ones in your core before ceasing. Your vision is instantly robbed from you. You feel your back and your shoulders sink past the confines of your body. You begin to drift, and the feeling is oddly familiar. You have an epiphany. You've had this epiphany before. The pain evaporates. You quietly tumble into the darkness, leaving yourself behind. Voices call out, urgent, chaotic. They roll across the horizon, brushing against what passes for consciousness. After eons, they calm, their song losing tempo. The pulse in your body weakly rises on its own. Your core jostles just slightly with each heartbeat. Whew, that was, well, too close. Can you hear me? Are you able to move now? The pain has subsided, you are lucid, but your body still feels weak. You try to move and fail to accomplish much, but it doesn't hurt like before. Not really. I'm weak, but I'm not in pain. Excellent. The lack of pain, I mean. Listen, I know you probably have questions of your own, but we're grasping at straws here. Do you remember why you were put in stasis? Anything at all? We don't understand what happened here. No, my name is Addison Thorpe. What do you mean, we don't understand? Hello, Addison. I'm Dr. Shahane. Though everyone just calls me Ida. You were placed in stasis improperly, which doesn't make a lot of sense unless it was some sort of emergency. We came across your pod, but it has no markings, no logs, no metadata. We don't know when you went cold, or if you're even involved with a TECC, and there's nobody left to ask. What? What do you mean? Are you two not with the TECC? There's no sugarcoating it, Isco. Myself and many others are part of TECC's second mining operation. Your team disappeared about 7 years ago. We don't really know. She continues to speak, but you can't help but panic, trying to remember the events that just aren't there to recall. You reel your mind, replaying your days leading up to joining the TECC and preparing for the journey to Titan. You blurt out the only thing you can clearly recant in the middle of Ida's explanation. I remember working at a steam well. Ida's frustration is palpable. She clears her throat and resumes. As I first surmised, it seems you didn't get out of this scatheless. probably unscathed. They didn't cool you down properly before putting you on ice, so there's no telling what may have happened to your mind, or anything else in your body for that matter. I can only hope you regain your memory at this point. Probably at some point. The translation on this, I think it's Spanish first, and it's a little disjointed. On that note, we may as well focus on solvable problems, even if you can't remember much right now. Or is it Spanish? No, that was the previous game. I don't actually know what language this is being translated from. Either that or it's just, awkward writing from the get-go. I don't know. Doesn't matter that much. On that note, we may as well focus on solvable problems. Even if you can't remember much right now, we can still use your help. We're hardly managing here, and there's only a few dozen of us. Please tell me you remember what an omniscope is, or we'll be here for a while. We're gonna have to get yours back online. Oh, yeah, I did have one. How did you know? They sort of just tossed you in this pod and as durable as they are, it looks like the SOC on yours didn't appreciate coming along for the ride. It lit on fire when we turned it on. We gotta fix this and link you back up. You can fix that? Well, replace is a better word. Your lenses are fine, thankfully. So we're just going to sync you with a new unit. It's kind of old, but it's the only working spare we've got. You know how to use it, right? Or did that get iced out of you too? I think I can remember the basics. The omniscope is a multifunction embedded information device. The device has two parts: wireless lenses that are inserted into the eyes via surgery, and a remotely linked AI unit. It can be used to communicate, read maps, or analyze objects. Good. Let's get this over with. Isco, you finished wiping that spare controller? Yep, here you go. Isco hands you the controller unit and transmitter to Ida. She hardly inspects the transmitter's wafer, keeping her attention focused on you. You ready to start? On second thought, don't answer that. You're sitting duck without this, and I'd hate for you to rise from your grave just to jump back in it, permanently. Hold still and we'll begin. You relax on the table, expecting to be put under, but instead Ida palms the back of your head. You feel your skull produce a thin object, as if it were ejecting from your skin. Another one is threaded into the previous resident's burrow, and takes its place. Your vision is augmented. The scope begins to display information in your natural vision. Though the text appears soft, the text in your field of view noticeably shudders for a moment before becoming legible. AI Cassini. Omniscope ID 24601. Starting boot sequence. Hello, I'm Cassini, AI assistant of Omniscope ID 24601. The Omniscope boot sequence was successful. Damaged memory has been detected. Attempting memory recovery. The image of the AI on the screen soon disappears. Ida talks to confirm the device is active. Well, how is it? These things are backwards compatible, so I'm guessing it's been a while since... you've had a lens update. Should be fine, though. We popped out your old transmitter since its pair won't be coming back up anytime soon. It seems like it's working. Great. Because there isn't another one. Don't go getting frozen again, alright? Wait, where'd you get this one from? Oh, don't worry. Isco wiped it, ran some tests on it, and we cleaned the transmitter real good. Only a couple 100 hours of use on the AI unit. It's practically new. Oh, it looks like you're feeling better. Want to try moving around again? It'd be nice if we could get some clothes on you. No offense. Behind the screen, next to the sinks, there's a box with a spare change of clothes. Please help yourself. What, you don't want me in my skivvies? Hello, I'm Cassini, the AI that controls blah blah blah. Let me show you around your HUD, HP gauge, character condition, area and time, mini map, omniscope button, adrenaline gauge, item and perk slot, equipment item for information, oxygen, lamp and battery, weapons and ammo, equipment durability, and skip turn. If you're confused about something, look for the question mark button. Cool. Okay. So we have a couple of these. Take all. Where did they say the clothes were? Maybe in here? No, we have a squeeze bottle, a grass cutter, and radio scrap. I'm just gonna hoard things like a crazy person. At some point I'll have to remove things. Ah, there it is. Yeah, so going from like a top-down shooter to a turn-based survival RPG, it's a complete change, but I kind of like it. The last game was a little slow and very repetitive, and so the idea of this could be really neat. There, much better, don't you think? I bet you're famished after all this. I mean, you were dead and died and now not dead. You should have something anyway. Soup, some bread, something. The omniscope should point you in the right direction to the pub. Go find Alp, huge mustachio guy. Loves meeting people and has run out of those weeks ago. Alright, I guess it's time to just wander around. Bit of a long preamble, but I'm interested. Oh, and you even just pass people. Perfect. So I am going to be a weirdo and loot things for a while, maybe. It's probably a mistake, but maybe it won't be. At some point, hopefully I'll be able to recycle things, and this is all going to pay off. Okay, so this is dire. I figured I'd talk to Isco as I went by, and he's saying that effectively the second mining crew came through, miners went down in the mines, and then everyone got sick, and some of them even died and they have no cure. And they don't have enough supplies to, you know, help anybody, which I'm pretty sure that's the zombie outbreak starting. Let's see, headquarters isn't providing support. That's right, don't know what happened, but we lost contact with HQ. That's all I know. Let's see. Well, let's see what this guy has in stock. So you can buy some things from him, but most of these, I mean, I don't have any money anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it sounds like, I mean, potentially even their headquarters has already been overrun. And they're just kind of stuck here with a bunch of would-be Zambonis to deal with. Okay, so let's take a look at this place. If I check the map, oh. Clinic, hub, ground, the camp. Okay, so we can actually see the various locations that I can get to. Neat. So if I want to go to the canteen, I guess let's go to the canteen. I picked up a lot of loot that I can't use at the moment. But I might as well progress at least a little bit. Or I could continue to loot the area. Look, at some point I'll be able to recycle. Oh. Do my eyes deceive me? Are you the person from the pod they've been trying to wake up? Oh, my manners, they have left me. Welcome, my new friend, to the pub of Huygen Camp. My name is Alp Demir, and this is my humble pub. Your stomach growls audibly. Well, you've met my stomach, and I'm Addison. Edith says I should get something to eat. Oh, my manners, please pardon me. We do not have much, but I can get you something that was left over. Alp flits about the shelves, pulling out a small container. From it, he produces a bit of bread and a bottle. You can have this. It's not much, but it'll keep the hunger at bay. And someone paid for it earlier. Alp hands you the bread and the water bottle. I hope you do not mind, but my curiosity, I cannot contain it. I heard your pod was found at another camp. Is that true? Where are you from? Sorry, I don't remember much. Edith said they didn't put me into stasis properly. Worked at a steam well, but I don't remember much at all. Really? A steam well? Many of those are still running, and I thought they were automated. What about the other people? What about other people? We know so little, apart from what was left behind. But we were told they were smart, talented, but somehow, truly, not one person remains, besides you, that is. Do not worry, I do not think you could hide here for weeks and survive unnoticed. I trust you. Thanks. DCC made it sound like this would be a rescue mission 7 years after you needed it. Seemed silly, but how would we know there would be no trace? Sorry, wish I could give any insight. What irony. We wake you up to learn, but instead we must teach. I'm sorry, my frustrations are not because of you. You're waking up to a very poor situation, to put it lightly. What's going on? Something's happened to the resettlement mission. Our camp is one of many. And one group went to the central camp, our headquarters, to establish contact between all the camps. It's been weeks since they have left. The only spaceport on Titan is there. Without it, we have no chance of getting back home. They've disappeared too? Was there a backup plan if the spaceport was damaged or inoperable? I do not know. We have survived this long, and we have come into contact with other mining camps, but they're all in the same shape we are. There was a backup plan. Only the main group knew of it. We're running low on supplies, and we have our own problems. If we do not improve things soon, none of us are going to survive. I should get back to work, but it would be wise to get some rest after this. Go find Lao, resident administrator, so you can rent a room. Do not know how life was before, but some people, even as we slowly fall apart, are still here only to make money. Ouch. Okay, anything else for me to just, like, yoink? I'm unstoppable. But my inventory is going to become a problem. We'll look around anyway. Oh, he warped quick. Let's see, we got anything interesting in any of these? That's the bathroom. Look, at some point I'm going to be able to process this stuff down. And we might want to beeline for that a little bit. A lot of this comes from playing the previous game. Let's see, what are these? Oh, these are actual, like, bottles of water. Huh. You know what, actually, this kind of reminds me, fairly functionally of Stone Shard. Which is another turn-based RPG in this kind of vein. Though that one's a little bit more about, like, mercenary sim stuff, and this is a little bit more survival. But I like Stone Shard. Oh. I can break those for reasons. Okay, we can also grab those. Recycle yield. Oh, this is an actual weapon. Rad. Anything else? I'm just here to grab as much as I possibly can, but I think we've kind of tapped out here. Let's see, anything else? More random grubbins. I'm very glad nobody seems to care that I'm just looting everything. What does B2 lead to? Not much, and looks like the door's locked. I wonder if I can open these. No, it doesn't look like it. Alright. Let's go see if I can find that recycler. Because I'm not going to be able to do much with a full inventory for a while. And it seems like it would be a good idea to process some of these things. Otherwise, what I might do is find a storage box somewhere. I mean, the box looks promising here. Because what I might want to do is just toss all of my stuff into a couple of these boxes. Because this is storage. Oh, that's a table. This looks like it should have recycling. Maybe. It does not. Who's this? Hello. Hey. I'm Addison Thorpe, that hibernating person. Oh, alright. Trying to get familiar with the camp since I'm new. Do you mind telling me about yourself and your role in the camp? Oh sure, I'm David. I run the supply depot. And the permissions to the production line. Production line permission, could I get that too? Oh yeah, I guess I should do that. Follow me, please. Oh, hey, sweet. Oh, it's this thing. There's a lot of space here, so you can use it to store things too. Use that storage box on the right there. After I set you up, you can access the camp's production line through your omniscope. If the request requires some materials, then toss the materials into that storage box. Thanks. Item production permission has been granted to this device. You can pay credits and materials to commission a camp member to produce an item. You can request research, craft, and recycling through the work UI. Pay materials and credits and ask for work from the appropriate character in the camp. Required materials for crafting an item is drawn from the personal storage in the supply depot. When the work on an item is done, it's put into personal storage. Interesting. So that's huge. Personal storage. We've got this. Is there a way that I can... shift click. Perfect. Yeah, I'm just gonna put over everything that seems like I probably don't need. Because, like, medkits I think I'm gonna want. But it seems to sort these kind of, based on what it's used for. Bowls. We do have stuff like the mushroom salad. Okay, and I probably don't need all of this stuff. So if I put this in, yes. So we can store some of the water, some of the first aid kits. Let's see. Oh, right. I'm drowsy and I am thirsty and I am hungry. We should probably eat a smidge. Okay. That's food for a bit, and let's go rest. And then we'll loot the rest of this area. Okay. Looks like I'm still hungry. Well, alright. Consume food, hunger minus 15%. Can I check where... Because there's that, but if I do stats... Hunger is currently at... Oh, 57%. So we might as well drink both of those. Because yeah, it looks like I'm in a worse state than I thought. I'm very glad I looted the kitchens then. But this does mean I'm probably going to have to boogie at some point and actually find a better source of resources than I currently have. Okay. Well, there's all sorts of goodies to grab. I'm liking this. It's a slow starter, but there's not a whole lot of turn-based survival RPGs. Like, at all? It's odd because it's a genre I feel like should have almost spawned out of the CRPG genre. And kind of never did. Okay, so it looks like there are lootable containers in here, but I can't get to half of them. Maybe if I had telekinesis or something, but I'm pretty sure, well, I don't know. This game could have a progression system like that. Wouldn't even surprise me too much. Okay. Oops. I don't want to do control click. That apparently just involves chucking things on the ground. Okay, let's sort these for a second. I don't seem to have a button that lets me sort them. Okay, that was the desk. Yeah, there's a smidge of things that I think I didn't grab because my inventory was too full. There we go. But on the plus side, we now can kind of freely loot everything. And all we have to do is just come back here and deal with it. So if I press N, I can't do anything. I see. No, that was research. We can craft, so if we want to make like a pickaxe. Some of these camp sportswear, camp shoes. Yeah, so there's a decent amount of stuff that I can make. I can also recycle maybe that weapon, but I'm mostly just happy to have freedom of, kind of free reign to explore and loot. To my little goblin heart's desire. Okay, because yeah, look at all this other stuff. All of these containers that I haven't looted yet. A mop! Is that a viable weapon? It is. I don't know if I'll use it. But still. Okay, so where the heck am I supposed to be going? I don't know. I guess we'll go this way. Well, that's outside. I don't think we want that. I haven't gone this way yet, so I'm going to assume this is where the administrator dude is. Hello. Hello there. I was wondering when you'd get here. You're expecting me? Yes, of course. I heard plenty about you. You need to keep an ear to the ground to survive around here. You know what I mean? I'm sure you have a ton of questions. Let me introduce myself. I'm Jin Lao. I run Wigan Camp's residential quarter. Make the place as nice and comfy as possible for a reasonably low price. As a little favor to everyone in the camp. Favor? Yes, it's not cheap to run this place, of course. I'm practically in the red. But that's not important when so many people need a good night's sleep. Wait, in the red? Yeah, you know, losing money. Oh my goodness, you should have seen this place when the mine had to close. The camp would have collapsed long ago if I hadn't invented my credit system. In a situation like this, it's good to be back to the good to go back to the basics. It's simple, but it's a transparent local currency system so that everyone gets their fair share if they contribute. Of course, you're no exception, my friend. I need a place to rest, and so Alp said to find you. Oh, I see. I just happen to have a single room available, freshly cleaned and inspected minutes ago. You're interested in leasing? Leasing? I was in a stasis pod. I don't have any money. Sounds like the camp could use all the help it can get. Can we work something out? Nice try, you're right. To be fair, the camp is in trouble. However, if we're going to survive, we need some semblance of an economy. This way everyone puts in their fair share of work. Oh, where can I get the money then? Sounds like you probably already have a lot if everyone's paying you. I take part in many transactions. There are several others in the camp that render essential services that I pay for. And that they, in turn, pay others for. It's the system that I came up with, a credit system. In short, if you lack credits, you'll lack everything else, it's true, but you just hopped out of a pod, and we do need help. This is a one-time situation for the entire camp. One moment. Lao walks over to his desk, opens a drawer, drawing a keycard from its contents. He walks towards you, holding it up and pointing to it with the other hand. This is your keycard. Normally, it's a keycard only for those who pay, but I'll give it to you now, because you just woke up from stasis. You'll have to pay soon, though. If you don't, I'll suspend the card. He hands you the keycard. Lao motions for you to follow him as he leaves the room. Oh. Even in a disaster, you can't escape capitalism. Disaster on another alien planet. There it is, remember. You have to pay if you want to keep using the room. Go ahead, walk up to the door and use it. Door's bright red lights appear to be indicating that it's locked. Keycard added to inventory. Click the locked door to open it. I have junk to loot. Hell yes. And nothing more. Well, I could do more with this, but oh well. I'm very busy right now, so if you don't mind. Okay. Time to get some shut-eye. Oh, I have to. Even though I already slept, that's amusing. You're exhausted, it's time to rest. The night is spent absorbing the events of the day. What a mess. Even in a place like this. The quiet embraces you, somehow ushering you to sleep despite all that's happened. You dream. It's a sunny day in the Badlands, but the weather is cool. You rest your hands on a handrail. Paint chips flake off and stick to them. A cold front, harboring a blizzard, threatens in the distance. You wake up abruptly. No sense in delaying the inevitable. I should see if anyone has work they need help with. Maybe Alp needs some help with preparing the dishes. I would very much prefer, like, an emergency where things start falling apart and I have to actually do stuff. I mean, like, chores are okay. But that's gonna get slow quickly. I want to at least see a little bit of action before we call it quits here. Oh, can I loot this guy's office? Hell yeah. You can't stop me. And I think it's mostly just trash, but one man's trash is another man's handgun if handled correctly. Oh, that's really cool. You can actually track a character. So I had to find Elp to do work, and so I went into the journal and said, track Elp to go find him so I don't have to wander around. Turns out he was in the same room, but if he was anywhere else in the complex, that would have been a pain. I wish we could. Oh, can I help you? I know I need to work. You wouldn't happen to need any help, would you? Well, there's one thing. Not really work for most people. Charlie's been departed for some time, so we have a little problem since I'm so busy. What kind of problem? I have an ongoing vermin problem. These rats are not like the ones back home. Unsettling and aggressive. The guards will not help, and Charlie was the only one willing to do the work needed to keep them out of our stockpile. I do not know if they breed quickly or if there's a nest, but there's a lot of them now, and they've cut me off from the storage room. There probably isn't much left. I need to get in there and secure the room once and for all. I'll go take care of the rats. Great, thank you. Do you have anything to defend yourself with? I'm not joking, these rats are dangerous. No, I don't. Here's some equipment that you can use. They're not terribly useful to me, but if you need more of them, you may be able to get them from the camp shop by the supply depot. Alright, then get rid of the rats in the storage room and bring me their tails as proof. Well, that's a nice classic start right there. Okay, is it down in here? Yes. Ow. Rats in the basement. Somebody played Baldur's Gate when they were younger, I'm sure. Or maybe some other game. Okay, well, that's quick enough. The benefit to this is now I have a new place to loot as well. Let's see, and I didn't take too much damage, and I know I heal naturally, so this shouldn't be too much of a problem. Okay, can I press, like, spacebar to pass the time? I can. Rad. Oh! My stats level up. Oh, the tails are on the ground. Well. Oh, perception level's up. Okay. So we have stat gain based on activities. That's something I compliment often. I have one-handed melee proficiency. Holy smokes. This is doing a lot that I love. Because I was wondering if this would have RPG mechanics. And I like the idea of it having RPG mechanics where, you know, oh, you're hitting a bunch of things. Yeah, your strength levels up. It makes sense. Saving. There we go. It makes sense. It's a nice kind of convenient system. Let's see. I guess we should go back and grab the tails that I left behind, just in case. I guess we might be passing back through here anyway. Okay, so let's take a look. I got plenty of water. The one thing I should probably keep an eye on is the durability of this. If I hit one of these, do I lose durability? I do. So I should probably just punch barrels myself. Can I... What is the... There's got to be a control. Wheel menu. Tab. Perk. Oh, perks. Research. What is swap weapons? Weapon swap is back quote. There we go. Okay, now my inventory is full. I mean, that's kind of a fine problem to have. Okay. So back quote is also tilde. So I got things to grab here, but my inventory is full. Luckily, I'm probably going to go back to the canteen somewhat often. So this shouldn't be too much of an issue. Yeah, look at all these materials. I'm just going to go to the fridge. Oh, we've got a shield. Maybe too many things. Well, it looks like a lot of this is just food and wood. Okay. Here's the thing, though. I bet I can... Yeah, I can pick it up. This game needs, like, a sort inventory function. Okay. I think we're good. I don't see anything else. There's, like, 2 barrels in the very start of the room. But that's it. Oh. I'm exhausted. And I'm hungry. And I'm concentrated. Oh. There we go. This is gonna hurt a bit, I'm sure. Wish there was like a active rest button. But that's okay, because there's a bedroom like right here. Right here. Let's just go chill out for a bit. Okay, now I'm just fatigued, which is good, because we picked up a whole bunch of bread. And then we just go back to resting for a bit. Let's see. Can I check stats? Where's my hunger and my thirst at? Still could probably use to just consume a bit more. Oh, I see. I have to wait. Alright, there we go. P for stats. So I'm not that tired. I'm definitely not sleepy. Okay. Where's Elp? There he is. Oh, right. Got rid of them. I got rid of them all. You weren't kidding. There were a lot of them. That was quick. Thank you. I will take care of the rest. Here are some credits for the trouble. And here. I'm sure you could use a pick-me-up after that. Some food, drink, and credits. I don't have much. But if you have the credits, you can buy some of my food and water. Oh, and if you're hurt somewhere, you should visit Ishko. He sells medical supplies. Something a little more difficult if you're interested, and it'll pay more since there's something to recover this time. I'll take what I can get at this rate. There's a cave to the northeast that a few people have explored before. One of the samples they brought back was a mushroom that, after tasting and sampling, we found was nutritious and pretty tasty. Mushrooms? I haven't had any in a while. You want to eat mushrooms, do you? That's great. I will be waiting for you, so please hurry up and go. I'm looking forward to it. I can already smell the mushrooms baking. Oh, and this will help you dig up the mushrooms. Nobody appreciates the taste of this mushroom dish. Everyone always wants meat, but we lost communications with headquarters. So how am I supposed to get it? Do I have enough inventory space? I do, just barely. Let's go, clear out, put things in storage, pack up, and then, yeah, we'll try and tackle this cave. And then I think that'll probably be a good stopping point for me, unless the game stops me early. I'm gonna put away the shabby mop just because it's in my way. Same thing with the slingshot. What is this? Pub's storage keycard. Oh, hopefully I don't need to carry that with me. Okay. I'm gonna carry some of these along. Oh, that's a broken cleaver. Well, at least the recycle yield on it is pretty good. So, decent amount of food, some weaponry. I'm gonna take the shield off, swap weapons, and put it here. Not bad. I'll grab, like, one more cockroach Yokon. And then I think this will be fine. So what do we have? Camp Sportswear, Protection 3. Durability on it is a bit iffy. And everything else is too. But you know what? I'll take what I can get. Let's go find this cave. Well, it looks like we can, oddly enough, be outside on Titan comfortably. A little weird. Okay, Scourge of the Pub's base, that's done. Let's see, some mushroom gathering. Okay. Oh, it's... I see. Northeast of camp. So this should be the cave. I guess the tracking for the cave doesn't actually count. Very dark inside the cave, so you can barely see the things that are close by. Too dark around here. Cassini appears on your lens. Warning, there's not enough light to detect the surroundings. Review the appropriate measures. Suggestion, equip lamp and battery. Search for the most suitable or probable sources of lamps and batteries in camp. So lamp, Judith, battery, Litzy. If I find Judith and Litzy, I can get a lamp and a battery. So maybe on the they're to the northwest of camp. Alright, well, let's go check that out. Yeah, I'm really digging this. This is a lot of neat features. Honestly, it reminds me of, like, old school Fallout. Let's see, are they in here? Maybe. There's certainly more things for me to recycle. I should probably stop. Oh. Hello. Let's see. Huh? Who are you? I don't recognize you. Oh, you must be the person Ida brought back from the dead, huh? You could say that. My name's Addison Thorpe. I'm Judith Taggart. I would have tidied the place up a bit if I knew we had company. Well, don't feel presentable myself. What's this facility anyway? This is engineering. I'm the one in charge here. Which just means stopping things from falling apart right now. I can also make tools if you need some. Not for free, of course. Do you need anything else? I'm a little busy. Can I get a lamp by any chance? I do have one. It's not new, but I can't. But I can give it to you for free since it's not a very relaxed situation here. If you need more in the future, you'll have to bring me the ingredients and credits so I can make you one. Got lamp. Alright, cool. So now we just have to find the other person. So, I could loot. However, in retrospect, it's kind of pointless. If I'm playing the demo, me looting things, you know, that's all gonna get wiped when the game comes out in 1.0, so grabbing more seems silly and unnecessary. Hello. Huh? Who are you? Oh, you must be the person Ida was working on. I'm Lisa Vogel, and I try and keep the generator here running. My name's Addison Thorpe. Why do you say try to? I don't know if you've heard yet, but the mine's closed now, which means I'm not getting any more fuel to keep the generator running. Barely runs at minimal capacity as it is, so it won't be long before we're stuck in the dark. Not that anyone else seems to mind that threat, but we'd still have to have the reactors to worry about. Anyway. What's wrong with the reactors? By the time we got here, the reactors were damaged. They still function, but they're unstable. Judith and I tried to fix them up. With how little we have to work with, they're still far from perfect. All I can do now is hope the worst doesn't happen. Oh, I think I'm better off not knowing. At least you know that it's dire. Anything you need? Can I get a battery? Battery? I do have one, but why do you need it? I have to get into the cave. Can I borrow it? If the cave you're heading into is the one in the northeast, could you give me some minerals on the way? I'm pretty busy with work, so I can't go myself. I'll give you one battery for free, but we don't have many left. If you need any more, bring me the materials and credits and I'll make one for you. Cool. Do you have quests? And what do they have in stock? Batteries. Useful, but not at the moment. Yeah, so if this was actually like out, I'd probably loot everything like a madman. Woo! It's I think it's nearing nighttime. The clock here is a little odd. And so we were on sunset. Neat. Well, not gonna matter when I'm in here. Let's see. So where's this lamp? Perfect. Alright, so now I can see the inside of this place. Rad. And it looks neat. Can I do anything with it? I know there was mining. Oh. That's research. Craft. I'm gonna order a pickaxe. Okay, so we haven't figured out how to recycle anything yet. I see. Well, I'm just gonna order all of these to get recycled. I don't know. I see, and there's only so many things I can recycle at once. Well, that's fine. Let's see. Full? Oh, fail. And they're both depleted. I wonder if they regrow. Okay, so yeah, now they're going to be recycling things for me. I was wondering about that. Ow. Freaking murder worm. There's some meat in my inventory. Maybe Elp can make some use of this meat. Well, I'm not that wounded yet, so let's keep exploring. I was expecting more of a zombie outbreak, but we might have to go a while yet before the miners become, actually, I guess, unhealthy. There we go. Oof. I can fight, like, maybe one or two more of those before it becomes problematic. What's her face wanted? Crystals. Oh, there's more mushrooms. Oh, and we're saving. Alright, anyway, so it kind of reminds me of, like, OG Fallout. Maybe OG Fallout? I will admit I haven't actually played many of the old, like, CRPG Fallouts. I'm mostly thinking of, like, when I played Fallout 4, 3 and 4 and whatnot. You had to worry about a lot of these things. But I actually find it really compelling. You know, the real-time aspect of it, the character leveling, the survival mechanics being mixed in. You know, they're not terribly punishing as long as you're decently active here. But it's still something you have to kind of contend with. She wanted crystals. I've done that. But yeah, I don't... Wait. I can go further. I was like, where are the crystals supposed to be? But the answer is probably down here somewhere. But yeah, the turn-based gameplay works perfectly fine. The last Subterrain game was purely a top-down shooter. And I don't want to say it was like worse off for it, but it got really repetitive and uninteresting because you were just going through endless... Oh, boy. You're going through endless, kind of uninteresting, procedurally generated complexes. At first I thought they were hand-designed, but that was just a small set of areas. Let's see. And nothing more. And it was kind of one of those where it got really repetitive because you had to do like 10 or 15 floors or something to that extent. And I went from like singing the game's praises to eventually being kind of sick of it. Oh, we should probably go back to recycling. Or no, they're still going. I see. It's just nighttime. I wonder if these fill back up again. I'm mostly getting white methane materials. There we go. I really gotta just keep my weapon out. Ow. Well, that's rough. Light poison. Mildly poison. It'll eventually expel it, but it'll take a while. An antidote would help you recover faster. I'm probably gonna have to use one of those med kits, but you know what? I've got like a ton of them. I don't think we have antidotes. Okay. But I do have cave mushroom. Well, hopefully Elp wants many cave mushroom. I'm just gonna go here until I start running out of resources to some degree. I think at some point we'll run into a limitation, but I don't know when that's gonna be. Switch back to this. Grab those. Oh. Grab the next one. I'm just gonna punch my way through it. And looks like we're good. So we have 2 ladders that go down. Engineering, but we're looking at the cave. Yeah, so it looks like I can keep going further and further down. Yeah, I've been over here. We'll see. I'll go down the ladder, but then maybe we'll consider going back up, just because I'm sure I'm gonna get tired. Let's see. P for character. Sleepiness is there. We're not that exhausted. As you enter the depths of the cave, your breathing becomes stuffy for some reason. Cassini appears on your lens. Warning, oxygen concentration is low. If you stay in the area for too long, you'll experience oxygen deficiency. Please leave the area or get an oxygen canister. Running Wolf Earl might have them. Okay, and he's in the southeast of camp. Well, I guess there's our answer. Wonder if there's a way that I can fast travel to the exit. Doesn't seem like it. Alright, I guess I'll just walk. Maybe there's a fast travel system, maybe I unlock it later. It doesn't really matter, it's not too much of a time commitment. It's just super convenient when I can just warp to wherever I want to go. Whoop. Guess these critters respawn. I don't think their meat does, unfortunately. Well, it's a bit of a downer, but doesn't surprise me too much. Okay, maybe I should switch to manual control so I stop getting surprised here. They do hurt. Not that much, and like, just being in the base will probably get me my HP back. And then eventually, hopefully we get... Oh. Okay, this is interesting. So I have 2 perk points, so I can increase one-handed melee mastery, counter stance, proper footing, shield bash, shield mastery. Survival doesn't look like it has anything. Adrenaline, bow mastery. Oh, I wonder if we learn more of these as we go. Yeah, so one-handed melee level, but then there's mastery, which increases it further. So I can increase my accuracy and reduce my fumble chance. Yeah, proficiency requirement, one-handed melee 1. I'm also really curious about, like, going hard on shield mastery. But I think for now... Or it's locked? Ah, unlock. Okay. So I need one-handed melee level 2 to get that one. So we'll just do sword and board for the time being. So there is a perk system. It doesn't look like I have access to much of it at the moment, but I will eventually. Okay, so let's go back and talk to Elp, and then we'll end this off, because this is solid. This is what I was looking for. Honestly, out of Subterrain, and I'm super excited to see that the sequel, effectively the follow-up game, has a much like more hand-designed feel to it. I love the pixel art. Subterrain was more kind of like hand-painted textures and looked fine, but this looks frankly a lot better. The turn-based element to it works rather well as a combat system. It reminds me of an old-school roguelike, but it's not a roguelike, I don't think. I don't know what happens when you die. But I think this kind of format works really well for kind of like large-scale exploration RPGs, and I wish more of them existed that weren't just CRPGs, but had, yeah, more of this survival slant or something. Because I'd love to play more in this vein. Anyway, let's see. Got the mushrooms you wanted. Oh, I've been looking forward to this. I hope it wasn't too difficult. Here's your pay and a bonus. I have this now. Compare it with what I was what I'll be making later. Some food and credits. Let's see. Do you have anything else you need? No, you took care of my backlog. Letty, though, was complaining about being short-handed earlier. Might be worth a trip to the power generator to see if she has any work for you. Power generator? The building in the northwest of the hub, with the funnel on it. She's normally on B2. Use your omniscope if you get lost. Well then, good luck. Be sure to come back if you're hungry. I'll be working on some new dishes. I also have meat. Found something you might be interested in. Oh, what is it? I have some meat from the worms in the cave. What do you think? Can you do anything with it? Oh, worm meat. Why didn't I think of that? That's a great idea. I will certainly try to come up with something nice. Is there more? If you bring me more, I'll buy it at a good price. As a matter of fact, if you happen to find anything that remotely seems like it can be used as an ingredient for a dish, I'll take it off your hands at a good price. Rad. Okay, and production is still taking a while. It actually, I'm almost wondering if they just stalled, but I could be wrong. It doesn't really matter. Once again, it's a demo. So, I really dig this demo. I think it's probably one of the more promising ones I've played so far. The pixel art looks sick. The environments are neat and hand designed, which is important. The gameplay feels meaningful, and I like the mixture between survival sensibility, turn-based roguelike style combat, and CRPG sensibilities. Did I already say CRPG? I don't know. Anyway, survival CRPG and like top-down dungeon crawler, like old-school dungeon crawler roguelike feel. It's a good combination, and I can't wait to see where it goes. But for now, if you guys want to try the demo yourselves, it's available on Steam. So just follow the link in the description below and try it out yourselves. And then, obviously, at some point this game will come out and we'll take another look at it and see if we can get further and have some more fun with it. But, for now, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new indie games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons of them to check out. But with that, thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.